everyone, my name is Inbar. This is Loopy Pro, and I recently made a cover of the song Just Like Heaven by The Cure. Go check it out. Just like a drink. Come back, and I'm going to break down some very interesting things happening in this project and in the performance. One of the things I want to talk about is the vocal effects I was using. And I have amazing news. I have a free copy of the app I was using. It's an amazing app. I have a free copy to give to one of you. So follow along. I'll let you know how to enter the drawing, and I'll announce the winner on Valentine's Day. I'm also going to be talking about inputs, some widgets, and of course, the thing you've all been asking for, how I made my own personalized sampler and was able to record one note and then play a whole melodic line with that one recording. All right, here's my mixer. What I want to talk about here is how I use one physical input to have as many different sounds as I need. The first way, which is how I usually do it, is simply to have multiple instances of the same physical input, right? So add hardware input, and 2 is my mic. And you can see here, I have it once for percussion. The second instance is my vocal mic. And the third instance, which I just made now for this tutorial. I can have 20 more if I needed that. So that's one way. So I'm muting the other 2, and you're just hearing my speaking. And this is for singing a song. So same microphone, but different instances. Now there's another way to go about it. I did it for the ukulele. Input 1 is my ukulele. Again, I could just have another instance of it, but I chose to do it a little differently. So let me demonstrate. Let me unmute my ukulele. Those are the settings I wanted when I played the chords. Check out what I added, these 3 effects, when I play the line on the ukulele. Doesn't sound very good, in my opinion, while playing chords, but I really liked it when I played my line. Let me show you how I used follow actions in order to turn these on and off exactly when I needed. My first loop of the song is this one. I'm gonna go to follow actions, and here is where I made sure those last 3 effects, the ones I don't want on my chords, are disabled. This is my ukulele chords loop. Check it out. I'm making sure 1000% those effects are disabled. As soon as I finish recording, I have them enabled so that I'm ready to play that line. All right, so we're back here. I want to show you the 2 slider widgets I always have in all of my projects, and I forgot to mention them in my last tutorial. So if you haven't checked that one out, it has a lot of good stuff. Go check it out. And I want to show you these 2. So the first one is controlling the metronome volume. Usually to start out my project, I need the metronome very loud in my headphones. But as I've recorded more and more loops, I feel the timing, and it gets really annoying to hear the metronome. So I made a slider. And I went down, down, down to session actions, adjust metronome volume. So I can have it as loud or quiet as I want, and I can basically have it off by turning it all the way down. Right next to it, volume. Now, this is clip actions, adjust parameter, and I chose all clips, and I'm adjusting their volume. So that's different than going down to session actions, adjust master volume, all right? So I'm not adjusting the whole volume. That's very accessible to me in my interface. What I need this slider to do is usually in cases where I feel like my vocal microphone isn't standing out enough. So right now you probably can't hear me very well, but if I turn everything down, you can hear me, right? Because I didn't turn down the microphone, I just turned down the music playing. All right, check it out. I'm going to press play. And this is the only loop that we'll be playing, and it's a 4-bar loop. All right, so I can slide up and show you 4 bars. Notice how when it's playing, a lot of the loops are following along, right? All of these. So these all are 2 measures, and these are 4 measures. Either way, they're following along. These 2 are not. And let me show you why and what that means and all of that. So all of the loops that we're following along are what is automatically the setting, which is phase locked. These 2 loops were not following along. That's because, let me show you, they are free. All right? They're not phase locked, they're free. However, I went into the playback settings and asked for the quantization to be master. So automatically it's none, and I changed that. Why did I do that? All right. This loop is 16 bars. This one is 8 bars. The rest of my music is 4 bars or 2 bars. So when I'm singing the verse, it's looping 4 measures. If I had this ukulele line phase locked, what I would have to do is always make sure that I'm finishing the verse when this is getting to the top. So that means I might have to wait 8 measures and bore the audience and bore myself. What I did here by making it free but quantized is that as soon as I press play, it will be aligned. So the 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be aligned. So that allows me, as soon as I finish the verse, go into the chorus and not worry about waiting for it to align together. So check it out. Let me turn up the volume a little bit. So I got the verse going, right? Can get some drums. Can get the chords. And all right, let's go. For the sake of the tutorial, I want to show you the difference. I want to demonstrate. Let me take this ukulele line loop. Let me make it free, but not quantized. All right, I'll make all these none and check out what can happen. So let's say I'm playing. I'm gonna press play here. That's not great. So when it's not quantized, it will start as soon as I press. It is not even listening to the metronome. So I can start on the offbeat, on the 4, and it won't be aligned with the right chord progression. Let me show you what would happen if it was phase locked. In that case, let's say I'm singing along the verse, and now I want to make it, and now I'm done. I'm done with the verse. It's time for the chorus. Oh my God, but this loop is only halfway done. I have to wait. Because if I press play, I'm not getting that like, I'm on the 1, things are happening. I'm not getting this. So, free, but quantized. Hopefully you've listened to the song and you heard what I was doing with my voice. I want to show you the app I'm using. I want to recommend it with all of my being. And I want to let you know that if you subscribe to my channel and leave a comment under this video, you can have a chance to win a free copy of this beautiful app. It's called Turnado, spelled like that. It's made by SugarBytes. If I had to choose one app to go along with Loopy Pro, this is the one app I would choose. And that's because it can do basically everything. So in this song, I'm using it for live vocal processing and effects. In other song, I'm actually using it for master effects. So I'm affecting all the loops that are playing with really, really fun effects. There are also songs in which I use this for my ukulele effects. So let's focus right now on what I'm doing with my voice. In my last tutorial, I showed you how to map a MIDI keyboard to effects. I'm only using my keyboard. This screen is closed, but the effects are working. In love with you. And let me demonstrate them. So I'm going to unmute my vocal mic. The effect I used most is this. And of course, I have to turn it on. All right. This is so good. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. So that's reverse delay. And when you press it, go down vocal. The second one, I only used it once, but it's very cool. Check it out. What? And then for one of my favorite parts, what I was doing is just making one sound with my mouth, ah, and using these two in conjunction. Ah. So cool. We've got this. So that's a pitch delay. We've got this. It's another reverse delay pattern. And that's how the magic happened. Pretty simple. So that's Turnado by SugarBytes. I have a free coupon, and I'm so excited for you to have this. This is maybe the thing I'm most proud of in my work with Loopy Pro, is I created my own sampler. Let me show you what I did, all right? So I took a one shot, this one, it's a one shot, and I made follow actions. The follow actions I want to talk about are under finish record. I can record anything I want into this one shot. In this song, I recorded myself singing a G note. So I made sure I was singing G, and I was just singing one note. So the follow actions I have are basically copying that audio into a new one shot and then changing the pitch of that audio. What I'm going to do is just add another note to my sampler so you can see how it's done. So I'm going to bring in a one shot. All right. This is clip 1, right? So let's go into this main clip, follow actions. And let's add an action for finish recording. The action is called merge/move. All right. The source is this clip, and the target is a specific clip, this one. All right, the one I just made. I don't want it to clear the source, and I don't want it to clean the target. So these are off. The next action is to adjust a parameter. The target in this case is this clip, and the parameter is pitch, and the action is to assign a value, all right? And for the sake of this, let's assign it to be 24 semitones higher than what I recorded. That's all. I just did that a bunch of times, right? So I did it once, and then I long clicked duplicate, and all I had to change is the clip. And let me show you. Actually, before I demonstrate this, I want to show you another follow action, which was down here, clear clip. I wanted to clear all of these clips, right? So when you clear that clip, also clear, and I went specific clip, and I'm going to tell it to clear our little guy. All right, check it out. I'm going to clear it. What I do for clearing is swipe down. It will automatically clear it. I'm doing it for this clip, but all of these will be cleared as well. Now let's record something. Let me just make sure my speaking mic can be recorded into Blue. Hey, how's it going? So check it out. I recorded something. It exists here in the original note, and it exists in all of these in different notes. Let me just play them. Hey. Let's turn that down. Hey. How's it going? Ready for this one? All right. So it's a sampler. So for this specific song, I just needed this amount of notes to play what I played, to play the line. All right. So I'm just going to play a G to make sure I'm on the right note. I'm going to record it. So I have it here, have it in all of these, playing different notes. And let's listen to the guy I just made. Oh my God, that's unnecessary. Let me show you how I played these notes because I wasn't doing it on the screen. I mapped my MIDI keyboard and I want to show you something very important while doing that. One of my follow actions was to be in the controller profile where my keyboard is mapped to this. If you don't understand what I'm saying, check out my last tutorial. Let me show you some very important things while mapping this. I actually do need this. I brought it back. Okay. Let's say I want to map this very high note that we just made to my MIDI keyboard. There's a really quick way to do it by going to MIDI Learn, pressing on it, and then pressing a button. But that's not going to work for me. And I'll show you why. Right now, when I press the button on my keyboard, it's going to play the one shot from beginning to end. That's very bad for my case in this song. Make it stop. I can't. So what I do is go to Control Settings, the specific profile, project profile, and let's go down and I'll see the one I just mapped, all right? So this one is that little guy we made, the very high note, and I have to go into it. I have to press here, and I need to tell it to be on/off, not on. And then I need to go back. It's going to give me this warning sign. I'm going to click here and change the action from toggle to play/stop. I don't want it to record if empty. All right, check it out. Now it will only play as long as I hold the button. All right, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any other questions or any requests for tutorials. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day.